Hi, this is Dan Thompson, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I'm really excited to talk about a movie today that I think you'll like. It is Ordinary People. That was the first movie that Robert Redford directed. It came out in 1980 or 81, maybe. Uh, Good actors: Donald Sutherland, Mary Tyler Moore, and Timothy Hutton, and Judd Hirsch. They played the leads in the movie. Um, it's a really interesting movie. It's very heavy. Uh, it's it's uh, it's very realistic, um, and it's not a comedy by any stretch. It's a film that can be hard to watch, but it's very good. It's about the family, the Jarrett family. They live in Illinois, and Timothy Hutton, in I think his first role, first or second maybe. He plays Conrad Jarrett, who has recently been released from a mental hospital because he tried to kill himself. And he was in the hospital for a while. He is now out and is now back living with his parents. And we find out through flashbacks and through discussions with a psychologist or a psychiatrist um, that Conrad feels was at in Conrad and his brother, his older brother, were in a boat accident when the boat turned over, and Conrad survived and his brother did not, and he drowned. Um, and it was very rough on Conrad, and that's what was the cause of his suicide attempt. So, um, if I seem a little hesitant, this is a hard movie to watch, and it's about. I think the reason it's called Ordinary People is this is a kind of storyline that could happen to any family, um, and I can also kind of relate to it, uh, in that I haven't. Um, I haven't reached the level of depression that Conrad had, but there were certain times when I was growing up that were very difficult. Not really because of my parents, but because of I felt kind of misunderstood, and I had some troubles with my speech, and it just made certain times in my life very difficult. So when I first watched this movie, that's why I say it's hard to watch, because it was even harder to watch for me, because I could relate to Conrad. Um, and in the course of the movie, Conrad, who is out of the hospital, uh, now is seeing a psychiatrist that the doctor in the hospital recommended to him, played by Judd Hirsch, and Donald Sutherland, being Conrad's father, is very concerned about Conrad and wants to make sure that he's okay. And one night, he and his wife, uh, Harry Teller Moore, who plays Conrad's mother, more about her in a second, uh, are at a party, and the Donald Sutherland character has a little bit too much to drink, and he tells somebody that Conrad is seeing a psychiatrist, and Mary Tyler Moore overhears him and kind of lays him out and says that's family business. You shouldn't be talking about it with other people. And it's like she's ashamed of it. Um, and so through his time with his psychologist and psychiatrist, I don't know why I keep saying psychologist. Um, um, Conrad kind of develops and the story goes on, and he goes out a few times with a girl named Karen, played by Elizabeth McGovern, who's very good in the part. Um, and Conrad's mother, uh, Mary Tyler Moore's character, is very cold to Conrad, very cold. And it's part of it, I think, is because she kind of blames Conrad for it, but I don't think she really blames it. I think she's just so sad about the loss of her son, and she just doesn't know what to do about it, and with, or another possible explanation is, she's just so sad she just can't do anything about it, and she wants to make everything seem like everything's okay. And every time that Donald Sutherland mentions Conrad, like a few times, she kind of gets defensive and rigid, and she wants everything to be all right. And what she doesn't understand is everything isn't all right, and there's a lot of tension between um, the mother and the father as well, because the father is just trying to keep everything together, but it's very hard. The father ends up having a time where he goes to see the psychiatrist himself. Um, I don't want to give away too much of the movie, um, but I know it's an amazing film. There's one scene where Conrad is asked by Elizabeth McGovern's character what the suicide attempt, what it felt like. She says, "Was it scary?" And he talks about it, and he says the only time it seems scary is when you think back on it. Um, I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting kind of emotional. It's a great movie, and it's very intense, but it's very important. There's this wonderful scene where Donald Sutherland and Mary Tyler Moore are down in Houston visiting her brother and his wife. And Donald Sutherland and Mary Tyler Moore finally have this flat out argument on the golf course where he's asking her, Conrad thinks you hate him, and she says, I don't hate him. Others don't hate their sons. But this argument is so palpable and so well done and so well acted and so real. It seems so realistic. It's like you're not even watching a movie anymore. It just shows how these two actors are incredible. just incredible because it's like you're watching a real life situation of a couple arguing, and it's just fantastic. A lot of discussion about the Oscars for this movie. Timothy Hutton won for Best Supporting Actor. His father, Jim Hutton, had died fairly recently, and in Timothy Hutton's acceptance speech, he says, "I wish his my I wish my father was here." And and then Timothy Hutton, he tells a story about after going backstage and talking to the press for a minute and taking a seat again in the Oscar auditorium, that Peter O'Toole was sitting near Timothy Hutton, and he leans over to Timothy Hutton and says, "I wish Daddy were here too." Very powerful. Donald Sutherland, I don't think he got even nominated for the role. Some think he should have. I think he should. You can make an argument for him being nominated for Best Actor. He was, he was terrific. He's a terrific actor. But Mary Tyler Moore was nominated for Best Actress. And in my opinion, and probably in a lot of people's opinion, she should have won because this was a different side of Mary Tyler Moore than anybody had ever seen. And she was absolutely amazing and fantastic and just astounding in this movie. Just astounding. And I don't remember who won that year. It may have been Sissy Spacek for Coal Miner's Daughter, which I have not seen, but I'm sure it was good. But, Mary Tyler Moore, she would have been hard to beat, I think. So, I think, even though I think that she won the Golden Globe, she did not win the Oscar. But she deserved it. Also, the music in Ordinary People, a lot of it is based on Pachelbel's, a composer, his canon piece, Canon. So you hear that a lot in the movie, or kind of versions of it. It's an astounding film, and I really would recommend that you watch it. And if you watch it and you can't finish it, I understand, because, it cuts to the bone, It is very realistic, very of a family going through this kind of trouble. And it's just, I think that's one of the powerful aspects. I think that's why it is remembered so well, is because it is so realistic, painfully realistic, but incredibly well made. Incredible. And I would recommend it. I would watching it. I can't tell you that you could kind of want to watch it again and again, but it is worth seeing. Anyway, that's my review on Ordinary People. I love it. It's a good movie. It's also a good book. You might want to read the book first and then see the movie. But it's terrific. So, I end this review with that, and also let you know that coming up in the next few videos are gonna be videos about probably not this order, but Rebel Without a Cause, All About Eve, uh, North by Northwest for Hitchcock fans, of which I am one. Maybe Rear Window and Giant, and also another Cary Grant movie, which is often spoken of as the best Alfred Hitchcock film that Hitchcock did not make, because it seems so much like a Hitchcock movie, and it is incredibly suspenseful. So I hope you enjoy those, and I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, and that you have a great week. And I'll see you. Take care. Thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it. Bye.